Hey, it's Aaron the Ho from mobilereviewsa.ca, and today we are going to do the review for the Griffin Core case for the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus. This is a slim case that you can drop from 6.6 feet. That is pretty significant given that these cases are incredibly thin. And that seems really crazy to me because some of the other cases that you can drop from 6.6 feet include the Ballistic, Urbanite, and Tough jackets, and those things, well, they're pretty big. There's a few things that we really like about this case: the slimness, if you haven't noticed, the drop protection, and the handling of your iPhone inside the case. Now, there aren't any fatal flaws to the Griffin Survivor Core, but we did notice that it will show wear and tear quicker than other cases if you look for it. And I definitely don't recommend getting the white color because if you can kind of see it, it's kind of not white anymore. Based on our time with this case, we gave it a score of 4.5 A's out of 5. This is now tied for the top case that we reviewed. It's on par with the Thule Atmos X3, which beats out the Tech 21 Classic shells by a smidge. We do like it better than the Survivor Slim case, as well as the Spigen Tough Armor and Speck Candyshell. And if you're wondering how this case compares against other slim iPhone cases, check out our awesome comparison tool. If you're an iPhone gamer, I'm also going to tell you why this is a good case for iPhone gaming.
Real usage, real reviews. mobilereviewsa.ca.
At Mobile Reviews 8, we base our reviews on actual usage. With this case, this white one spent a lot of time in my pant pockets because you can kind of tell what color my pant pockets are. Black, apparently. Now, in terms of dropping the case, Griffin does say you can drop it from 6.6 feet, but given the slimness, we were so very hesitant to do it. But hey, real usage, we had to do it. Our iPhone is fine, the case is fine. It did take a weird tumble onto the snow, and nothing's wrong with my iPhone or the case. With all that being said, I do have to give a shout out to Thomas Telenius, who suggested that I review this case on Patreon. He is one of our month-to-month supporters, which I'm very grateful for, so here is a virtual high five. In terms of design, the Survivor Slim will add a minimal amount of thickness and bulk around your iPhone. Again, super thin and it's droppable. Awesome. The case fits well together and the edges of the case are far enough away for the installation of a third-party screen protector. Now, I do have a beef with certain aspects of the build quality of the case. The materials are pretty tough, they are pretty awesome, but the corners of my white case don't look white anymore. But as you've seen, you won't have that problem with the dark case. So if you're gonna get one of these cases, I would recommend not getting a white one. Second issue I have with the design is that it's a magnet for scratches. The back is made from this transparent plastic which deflects dents according to Griffin. It fits really well together and the case seems really well built, but it scratches really easily, as you can tell. Now, for me personally, this doesn't bother me as much because when I compare it against other cases that are prone to scratching, which include the Spigen Tough Armor and the Speck Candyshell, scratching on the back of these cases are very apparent, whereas it's less noticeable on the Survivor Core because the back is transparent. Now, despite these superficial flaws with their design, I still would recommend getting this case. In terms of protection, the case is very droppable, as you've seen. It's also very awesome because it's so slim and droppable. I know I've said this so many times. In terms of dust protection, this case fits the iPhone like a glove, so there isn't going to be many issues in terms of dust and debris. For screen protection, Griffin doesn't include a screen protector, and the lips of the case aren't terribly high, but they will keep the iPhone's touchscreen off a flat surface. In terms of accessing your iPhone inside this case, you can easily get to all the hardware ports and buttons, though I did notice that the buttons on my iPhone 6 size case seem to be a little tougher to get to, but they do improve over time. You can definitely fit larger lightning cables as well as headphones into this case. The texture of the case makes it a joy to use your iPhone in. One-handing your iPhone is much easier with the Griffin Survivor Core. The case doesn't follow the rounded edges of your iPhone, but the straightness combined with the textures, the materials, and the entire feel improves the handling of the case. Getting to your iPhone's touchscreen is very easy since there isn't anything that really covers much of the touch area. So again, we gave this case a score of 4.5 A's out of 5. It is tied for the top case that we've reviewed, and we will definitely be going out of our way to recommend it because I am a big fan of this case. Now, before I tell you why I think this is also a great gaming case, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. Now, if you like what we do at Mobile Reviews, do consider supporting us more through Patreon or getting a t-shirt or giving us a PayPal tip. All this stuff, these cases I had to go buy myself. I had to pay the absurd shipping that goes through the world's largest unprotected border between two countries. It's brutal. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of you guys have been asking me to drop the iPhone cases face first. Now, that I would love to do that, but the chances of the screen breaking is actually much higher in my head anyways, and it's $110, $120 Canadian to replace the iPhone screen every single time I break it. I don't make that much money. I need that money to buy groceries right now. But the larger the channel gets, the more willing I will be to destroy my iPhones. I'm already pretty willing to do so. You're not going to find many reviewers dropping their iPhone 6 Pluses from 6.6 feet, but the bigger I get, the better reviews I produce. So, I don't know, help me grow the channel. I'd love you guys for it. So why do I say that this is a gamer's case? Because it doesn't add a lot of weight and bulk to the iPhone, but the corners of the case allows the iPhone to sit in your hand. With the naked iPhone, I found myself having to really grip the iPhone to play my games, but with the Survivor Core, with the rubbery parts, I found my fingers not falling asleep as much, since there was enough friction between the case and my hands that it just kind of sat in my hands. These rounded corners just make it, it's almost like a console controller, like it feels really nice in the hands, in terms of gaming anyways. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you want to see how these cases rate against each other, do check out our comparison table or comparison tool on our website. I just built that, it took a lot of time. It looks pretty awesome. I got a few more things I'm going to change, but that's all I got. Find us on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook. I am pretty sure I said that already. Thank you for watching. In terms of drop protection, super slim, you can drop it, awesome. You saw the... Hey, Dad.